Okay, what have they done to Charlotte York's apartment? I've seen a lot of pieces on this app about people talking about the character assassination that happened in Just Like That, and how the original characters of Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte are all sort of caricatures of themselves. I think the same thing can be said for the set decoration. I want to look at the And Just Like That sets versus Charlotte's past apartments because I have some thoughts. This is Charlotte's bedroom in And Just Like That. To me, this is giving Pottery Barn, and I get where they're coming from. It's preppy, but Charlotte is preppy in like a Carolyn Kennedy way, a Calvin Klein way, Donna Karan, not in a Lily Pulitzer way. In fact, in the original series, there is a sharp contrast between Charlotte's sense of traditionalism and Bunny McDougal's sense of traditionalism. Even in some of Charlotte's more bold outfits, everything is about the silhouette, the line. It's very, very clean, and I would go as far as to call Charlotte a minimalist. When we first see Charlotte's apartment, this is when she's living by herself. It's very, again, simplistic, minimal. It's traditional, don't get me wrong. When she moves in with the tray, I feel like she takes it up a notch. She adds texture, a little more pattern, some Chippendale style antiques. This dining room with these falling petals on it is just one of my all-time favorites. But again, in Charlotte's apartment, everything focuses on the architecture, the bones, refined and simplistic, again, to a point of minimalism. Charlotte doesn't have a bunch of stuff. She has the right piece in the right place. I think this is very in keeping with her character because her major character development is that Charlotte goes from somebody who is very concerned with what other people think of her, how she's perceived, and throughout the series, she sheds that and becomes who she really is. Even the movies, I think, don't quite get all of this right, but I think something that the set designers get wrong in the movies and in Just Like That is they're portraying Charlotte as somebody who almost wishes she lived in Connecticut, Westchester. Charlotte loves Manhattan, and I think her apartment would reflect that. So I think if I was doing a white kitchen for Charlotte, it would be very, you know, old New York. I think this is what the set decorators want us to think Charlotte wants, but this is too flashy for Charlotte. Again, Carolyn Kennedy, minimalism. I think she'd be more into something like this, very like Martha Stewart living of the 90s. Something like this, although maybe not with this floor. We see this sort of like media room that Charlotte has. I find it kind of hard to believe she would have like one flat pillow on her sofa and just with fabric on the one side. Again, I think they want us to believe that Charlotte is like Lee Radziwill preppy, but I think she's more like Rose Yanaki preppy. Charlotte is all about art, antiques. I think that her home would reflect that. I think it would be more of a monochromatic palette, and again, highlighting the architectural details. Stuff like this, maybe even a bold color, but sticking to that whole idea. Same for Charlotte's kids' room. It's giving like West Elm with the brushed brass leg on the bed. I envision something more like this. You know, Charlotte would have the De Porto heart linens for them, balloon shades, and Charlotte and Harry's bedroom. Again, I don't think this is bad. It's just not, in my opinion, Charlotte of Sex and the City. Charlotte is a quality over quantity person, picturing very top-notch textiles, traditional yet minimalistic, a lot of emphasis on lighting. So yes, Charlotte is extremely feminine, but these interiors are just a miss for me. I think that does have a lot to do with the fact that the characters on the show have become caricatures of their original character. And I think Charlotte's apartment is a caricature of itself as well.